Since this is the first speech of the course, I'm supposed to give an introduction with 5 facts about myself, and then the quote that I like with its significance. So 5 things about me: I like football, learning new things, astronomy, working out, and science. I like science because science isn't afraid to accept that things that they see as truth now can be wrong. That's why they have theories that are accepted as truths, and new theories come on to debunk the older theories. The quote I choose is, "Blind faith to authority is the biggest enemy of truth." This is a quote by one of the greatest minds of our time, Albert Einstein. He wrote this in a letter to, it was about one of his professors, to one of his friends. It was about one of his German professors. But Einstein always felt like in order to get to the truth of something, you have to go against what was the norm that is accepted, and what authority is telling you is the truth. See, the state of physics in 1900 had been the same since Isaac Newton had figured calculus and figured out gravity, the apple falling from the tree, and basically the same laws that govern apples govern planets. And most people accepted this because most people could understand this. And the famous Lord Kelvin proposed that nothing in physics was left to be discovered, only more precise measurements of what was already known. So Albert Einstein, he ended up figuring out a lot of different things that were against the norm, and this is why it took a while for his theories to be accepted. See, E equals mc squared, which is basically energy equals matter squared, or energy equals atoms split, is a famous equation, and this was proposed before atoms were even accepted as being real. And of course we know E does equals mc squared because we have the atom bombs now, and this is one of the greatest weapons in history. He also proposed the theory of quanta, or that light is made up of smaller particles than an atom actually is. And this was very radical because people weren't accepting atoms at the time. He went a step further, even below atoms, and this laid the foundation for quantum theory. Since the beginning of time, the most world-changing ideas have been from a rebellious nature, like Pythagorean, who was a famous philosopher, mathematician. He figured out that numbers govern the universe. So you could basically figure out and break down a lot of barriers simply by figuring out numbers. In Europe, the Vatican arrested and jailed Copernicus, people like Copernicus and Galileo, astronomers who figured out that the earth wasn't flat and the earth wasn't the center of the universe, because they didn't want anyone to go against how they ruled. They ruled with religion, and their logic was that the earth is the center of the universe because God made the earth, and they didn't want anyone to go against that. So when these astronomers came out saying that the earth isn't the center of the universe, they were jailed. And then eventually later on we found out the earth isn't the center of the universe and it isn't flat at all. See, I see this today when people see things that are wrong and they don't want to say anything because they're scared of what people will think of their opinions, or they just want to fit in with the norm, so they'll just accept what they are told, and no one wants to go against that. So I feel that if everyone was like these radical thinkers that were rebels, like the Einsteins and the Galileos and the Copernicus, then we could solve a lot of problems. And that if no one steps up, then none of the problems that we see today will be changed. Thank you.